Growing up in my family meant that your family is the most important people in your life. We all lived only a couple blocks away from each other and never went a whole week without seeing each other. My favorite memories include us all sitting around the table on Sunday. I sat in the middle talking about everything and anything, and my Nona at one end saying manja manja, which I soon learned was her telling me to eat more and stop talking. My mom likes to say that from the moment I was born I haven't stopped talking, and I think that's true. It probably sprouts from my love of stories. I love to hear them, tell them, make them up, and read them. I have to thank my grandpa for this love of stories, mainly because he's the reason I started to read as often as I did. My grandpa moved to America in the 1960s, and right away he knew he had to learn English. He joined class and got started because learning English meant that he could be a part of society and fit in. It was not only something he wanted to do, but needed to do, even if it meant leaving some of his Italian culture behind, because he was now American. Talking about his transition into America, just this year I found out how he excelled in his class and was even announced to be the valedictorian. I was shocked, but what shocked me even more was that when he told the teacher he didn't want the title because he didn't want to speak at graduation. Although he was the most advanced and excelled, it's still very scary. He told me that even today he still regrets it. I believe that this is why he always puts an emphasis on reading and writing for me and my siblings. He knew the importance it held and wanted us both to excel and never doubt our intelligence. He would often note how important reading and writing was and how there is always room for improvement. I remember him coming over and he would always ask me what book I was reading, and I'd list 4 different books. Then he would follow up with question after question about the book. Who's the main character? What's the conflict? Where is this taking place? And so on. At first, I just laughed at his questions, but without really noticing, it made me a closer reader. I would read with those questions in mind, and while reading, I would find the answers. So next time he asked, I'd know the answer. To this day, my grandpa will always ask how is school, or if I say I've been busy lately, he says, well, school comes first, so you better go study. It wasn't until recently that I've realized what a big impact he has on my education, and it is all because of stories. Without his story, he wouldn't have emphasized how important school was to me and made me love stories and learning.